Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Sunshine, and today we're going to be starting Inscryption. Now, I know little to nothing about this game, but I think that's for the best, because from what I've read with the reviews, the typical response is to just go into this blind and to let it play out naturally, so that's what we're going to do. Oh. Do I have control? Hello? Oh god, I don't like the way- oh. Another challenger, it's been ages. Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played. I don't know how this game is played. Why do you have swirly eyes? Allow me to remind you. Oh. Play the squirrel card. Okay, so I do know from the screenshots that there's some card game element to this, but I think there's more going on. I don't know what though, so squirrel card. Okay. Let's just put it here. 0-1. Now play your stoat. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit to get used to. Whoa, what's the symbol? Stoats cost 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. Oh. Is that the blood symbol? Okay. An honorable death. Play the stoat. So, I'm guessing that's 1 attack and 3 defense. Or 3 health. You know, same difference. I've played Magic the Gathering before. Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Well, then I won't play them. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. Oh, this is so weird. I love the style of it, though. Your stoat stands unopposed. Yeah, but you're not playing anything. The number on the bottom left is its attack power, 1. Okay, so I'm thinking it's what I was guessing. Wait, what did... Your stoat dealt me 1 damage, 1 added to the scale. What is this game we're playing? I mean, the game within the game. It's going so quick. So it seems like it's Magic the Gathering, in essence. Where you're attacking your opponent. There's probably blockers. But what happens when you kill your opponent or they kill you? You win if you tip my side all the way down. Figured as much. Like this. Okay, did I win? My turn. Coyote. 2 attack, 1 health. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. Blocker. Okay. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. Permanently? If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel. What? So you just have sacrifices from squirrels. Draw from... Well, actually... Can I play 2 things? How dull. Can I just... I'm gonna do this, right? Right. And then I'm gonna sacrifice these 2. Did that... Wait. Did the stoat say something? Fear not, the beast is sacrificed, but not removed from your deck. Okay. Sacrifice. And put that there. I'm wondering if it's just, direct. Like, I have to place it in front of their creatures to block. That might be the case. 3 attack, 2... So this will trade. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it. This is a tutorial, I'm guessing. End the turn. Because you're learning, I will pass. So it seems like only the attackers deal damage, and it's not like they trade. It's not exactly like Magic. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot to take in with this. It's cool, though. It's very interesting. So you're gonna pass. Again, the choice, a random card from your deck, or the certainty of a squirrel. I see where they're going with that, but I don't know what other cards I have, so... Wait, there's only one. There was only one. And these require two. Well, what? Lacking I want to read the card. Alright. 3 damage dealt, 3 weights on the scale. Pass. Oh, you're... Alright. Just play this squirrel here. And... yeah. Why would I sacrifice? You've won this match. Well, you kind of let me win. I don't know about this guy. They won't all be so easy. Figured as much. Why am I playing this game against you? Let me recall your story. Oh, yes. You were lost deep in the forest. Like, wait. Is this another game, or is this... I don't know. Maybe this is the overall journey? Like, I'm gonna have to go against different people? A single path revealed itself. Oh. 2 denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. Right or left? This one. An adder? That looks bad. The caustic adder. Damage from its poison bite is always lethal. Is that gonna bite me, or do I get that from my deck? Oh, I get to choose both. Okay. I thought I made a really bad choice. The undying cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Oh. Well, that's really good. Huh. Only one may grace your paltry oh, so I do have to choose. So guaranteed kill. Against high health targets, this would be really good. Takes 2 sacrifices. Or I can always have a blocker and sacrifice to bring out more things. Let's go with the cat. Another creature joins your caravan. So I'm wondering if this is linear, or if I can choose different cards and have a different playthrough multiple times with this game. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. That's very handy? I am so confused by this. You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break it in case emergency. What? What? And have a second... Wait, how do I use that? Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. Why do I have these? Why would I need pliers? 3 is as much as you can carry. This is... Okay, so maybe this happens in between games. You have like a weird little D&D journey almost. It's not really D&D. There's a lot less options here. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. It happens so quickly that it's hard to process everything. So, boulder, stumps. Can I just go over here? You sacrificed me while I was sleeping. It was the right play. I get it. Maybe. You'll help me? What? Play along for now. What is happening? Now the cards are talking? Huh. You may now see my moves ahead of time. Oh, I can actually, wait, can I look at these? Behold the rule book. Fledgling, a card bearing this sigil will grow into a more powerful form after one turn on the board. Huh. Okay. What? Oh, I can see he's got a wolf cub that he's gonna bring in. Huh. And that's gonna change into probably a wolf. Like a full-grown wolf. Huh. Let's put you there. And let's put you... Oh, that requires a sacrifice. I changed my mind. Oh, weird. See fingers. Yeah, this is weird. You cannot draw a card on your first turn. Okay, I'm learning. Well then, maybe I should do the cat and sacrifice the squirrel. Because that'll set me up for the next turn to bring out a squirrel and sacrifice both to bring out something bigger. That's the only logic I have for this right now. Could be a very wrong move. Bell. Oh, wait. Mind the ambitious wolf cub, it ages swiftly. Okay, figured. So it is directly in front where whatever you place will deal damage. So if I, for my next turn, put a squirrel over here, sacrifice both to put one of my 2-cost sacrifices over here, it could just go straight in, but he's got a bat up there, which I want to check out. Yeah, I want the squirrel. So, squirrel, I want to see bat. I don't know what that is. Airborne. Oh, so flying. A card bearing the sigil will strike an opponent directly, even if there is a creature opposing it. Unless it has flying, I'm guessing? Maybe? Might have to match up. So, let's put a squirrel there. And that tanky guy... Let's put the snapper. We'll sacrifice these two. And that will be good there. Bat will be able to get through, but if he attacks, he'll just take out the bat. Yeah. Oh, well, he already attacked. Okay, so that went through. Airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. Got it. Ha! My bat flew right over your river snapper. Yeah, I get it. Don't have to rub it in my face. Do we... We can sacrifice the cat. Let's get something new. Wolf? Let's put... Sacrifice you, put you there. Here we go. Okay, the stoat is cool. Why is it talking? It's the only one that's talking. That's gonna break through, so we gotta get a blocker here. Yeah. Okay. So now that's open. I think what we do here is squirrel and leave it as a blocker. And then we'll play something to attack. I'm thinking, I don't know if I sacrifice if it will attack immediately. Maybe we should actually test that. Sacrifice, sacrifice, place you there, attack? Okay, so there's no like summoning sickness like in Magic. You just go right away. And let's get this. It's another wolf. I think we're fine with what we've got. Hey, look at that. That's some really good damage. Get the squirrel. And we're just gonna pass. Why did he have some in a bowl? I think I'm asking too many questions this early on, but you get it, right? It's very confusing and there's a lot going on. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. I will trek on. Ooh, a flying enemy. Meek Sparrow, an inexpensive, if feeble, flying creature. I imagine it can block other flyers, so handy. And a wolf cub. The young wolf cub. It grows into a wolf after a single turn. So maybe we could set him up like behind some sort of blockage, so it has the time to change into a full-grown wolf. Is that it? Oh, I have to pick one. You know, I think a flyer would be good. Wolf Cub sounds cool, but let's get a flyer to just go over stuff. Oh, that's different. And I can see it branches. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. He has a lot of things at the ready here. What? You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. Why? Why am I compelled? Cat or sparrow? I just got the sparrow, but the cat... You know what? Maybe we should try sacrificing the cat because it has the forever. I don't think it's gonna get around this, but why not? Sacrifice? You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy host. What? Huh. Pick me. What if I don't pick you? You want to be picked, but I feel like I should go against what you're saying. River Snapper. Okay, I have to see what's gonna happen because it's weird that the card is talking to me. River Snapper can be sacrificed forever. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives in the River Snapper. So you can combine cards. That's pretty cool. So I could have gotten the flyer and combined it with like a wolf to just fly over and hit really hard. Huh. Behold my totem, and it describes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. You cheater! Do I get one? I must be able to get a totem. Also, why? I still have pliers. Can I? I can look around. Why do I have pliers? To the user, you will place a weight on the scales. The pain is temporary. I don't get it. Squirrel is created in your hand. A squirrel is defined as 0 power 1 health. So I guess these are just get out of jail free cards in a sense, where I can, if I can't draw, I can just grab one of these real quick. Don't get the pliers though. Have you forgotten the items I gave you? Well, there's a lot to take in here. Judging my decisions. Airborne coyote and an airborne bat, because it's a bat, yeah, okay. Don't like this one bit. Yeah, squirrel, cool. Let's just put you there. Should have put the flyer on something else. Yeah, that's all I can do. My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. Yeah, I got it. Wow, that was really fast. Ha. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna need a flyer probably on the coyote. I don't have a lot of cards in here. Let's get a squirrel. Yeah, we gotta set ourselves up. Squirrel there. Sparrow there. And that's about all we can do unless we grab that, put that there. Maybe, so we can just attack and get rid of these guys? We're screwed if more flyers come out, which I think is almost guaranteed. Oh, okay, okay. You've lost. I didn't realize, okay. Flyers just go over everything, even if there's another flyer. What happens now that I've lost? Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Yeah, this was a tutorial. I was learning the entire time. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. I thought we were just playing a card. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, there's, okay. There's a hammer there. Oh no. There was a hand there. You wanted the candlestick? Is it candlestick? Bring it here. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Now sit back down. Okay, I think I saw escape room as one of the descriptions, so there's, okay. There's a lot more that I have to pay attention to than just a card game. Yeah, let's sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the two mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Can you tell me how I ended up here, why I'm here? Why do I have to be sacrificed? Now, where were we? Oh my god, this is weird. 3 options. Oh, very generous. Cat, porcupine. The ornery porcupine. Sharp quills await those who dare attack it. So it has 1 attack. Okay, right, because it doesn't deal damage when it blocks. But in this case, it will automatically deal 1 damage. And another wolf. Well, why is this here? Okay, that's weird. I want the porcupine. Fire or... Is that another totem thing? Or the sacrifice thing? Let's go to the fire. Oh. You come across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddle around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. They want to eat it. They're gonna eat one of the creatures I have. Warm it by the fire. That will enhance its power, said another. You notice one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. Can I just leave? I don't think I can. Are you gonna... You're just gonna say, Okay, maybe I should listen to the stoat more. I don't want to get rid of any of these, but maybe the sparrow. They're gonna eat it. they're gonna eat it. I don't think I can do anything else. Alright, birds on the menu. It's not on the menu? I thought you were gonna eat it. The fire warmed the poor sparrow, enhancing its power. Well, that's perfect. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the sparrow away from the fire and left. That's good. So I'm wondering, in the future, if I run into that kind of instance again, if it's just a chance that I'll lose the creature. Oh, here we go. Let's look at this. There's a big old grand fir that blocks flyers. I don't even need to read that, it blocks flyers. And he's got a grizzly bear. Huh. That's really tanky. Okay, not the best, but maybe we weaken it down. It's gonna attack pretty quick, so yeah, maybe we get, I don't know. There's a sequence of events in taking these turns that you have to plan a few steps ahead if you want to kill something tanky like that. I think first step, squirrel. Right by a tree, that's fitting. And then... we don't want to put the sparrow in front of the grizzly because then we can't do anything to it. Let's just set up. Ouch. That was really fast. I think we're good. We should get a squirrel because we want to get the wolf out. Yeah, sacrifice you two. Put the wolf there. He'll deal 3 damage. And then the grizzly will kill in their turn. And then maybe we can get... the river snapper will buy us time, but we don't want to necessarily use it unless we sacrifice it. Wonder what happens when we sacrifice it if it's lost health. Does it just regain the health, or does it like stay the same? Probably just stays the same. I think that's all we can do. I'd like... No, let's just pass. Wait, what? They do trade damage? Did I miss something? I thought it was only a one-way. Huh. Oh, wait, no. He just took his turn really quick. Okay. It just happened so quickly. Let's try and get another wolf. Porcupine. Well, that's not the best. Squirrel. We're gonna need the squirrel. And let's get the porcupine there. And that's it. So now it's down to 1. A thorny rebuke, yes. Now if we put the snapper down, we'll be good. The only problem is, we can't. Ooh. We might be dead. Because this is just gonna go over. It's not gonna damage the grizzly. Oh well. Well, crud. We're gonna have to do the squirrel. Put that there. We might be screwed, I don't know. Because we're just putting up blockers, but we can't do much about it. Oh, a well-earned point of damage. That's what that does. I think we still might be dead with the grizzly attacking, but that's what that does. I didn't think you would really do it. I didn't know what it would do. Well, that's all we can do. Are we just dead? We're dead. No more chances? Alas, it is time for you to perish. Oh, God. Creepy hands. What? Is just the end for me? You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory. Though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. What? Your very own death card. Is quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please choose a card to draw the cost from. The cost. So that's the sacrifice cost, I'm guessing? Let's do 1. Cost of 1 blood from the sparrow. And another. This time I will use its power and health, the numbers. Power and health. A 1-6 isn't bad, but let's get a 3-2. We want a little more damage done. 3 power and 2 health. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. Oh, retaliation. That's not bad. Although, if I had known that, I would have done the snapper. I never did ask your name. Can I fit? I probably can't fit a lot, so let's just do Sunshine? That will fit. There is now but one final matter. The portrait. Oh, nice. You have a camera. That's very perfect. Are you ready? You do not need to smile. Jeez. So am I now on the card? Did he, like, capture my soul? Is that why the Here we go again. Oh. Oh, we're going another round. Okay. Okay. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. So if you sacrifice stuff. Well, new mechanics, and holy crap, this game! I'm starting to see why people have been giving it a lot of good reviews, because it's way more intricate than I originally thought, and there's definitely more going on than a card game. We're gonna actually stop here for now, and when we come back, we'll continue this weird journey playing a card game in a cabin against this creepy guy. Until then, thank you all for stopping by. If you enjoyed what you saw, please be sure to leave a like on the video, let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.